Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday and it is 8 a.m., which means it's time for First Alert Weather Extra. Hope you're having a great start to your day. A little bit colder for inland locations versus the shoreline. Let's show you what's happening outside right now. We have about 29 now. Winds are locked. We've really recovered, dramatically in the last hour. Went from 25 in Salisbury to 31. It's now up to 40 in New Haven, 41 Bridgeport, 42 in Groton. So warming up fast. The wind gust trend today, nothing too crazy, but nonetheless 15 to 20 miles per hour, the gust. But if you get a passing shower today, that gust could get up to 25 to 30. Just want to give you that first alert. All right. The forecast for today calls for temperatures to climb inland into the low 50s. We'll have thickening clouds, and there'll be a chance for passing not only rain, but even a snow shower, especially north and west, where that air could drop into the 30s. We'll show you that part of the forecast in just a bit, but let's get into the hourly, especially the temperatures along the shoreline. Your high temperature around 50 degrees, so it's going to be clouding up, so enjoy that sunshine to kick off the day. A little breeze, and yes, there's that chance for an afternoon rain or snow shower. Here's a look at the high temperatures ranging from 45 Salisbury to 53 in Bridgeport. So here we go. We fast forward to 3 o'clock. Notice we have temperatures to the east well above freezing, but there will be a chance for the temperatures to cool into the mid and upper 30s. And if you have a shower passing by, it could be in the form of either graupel or snow. So graupel is kind of like a little snowflake that kind of melted partially as it was making its way down to the ground. It almost looks like a mini snowball. It has a little bounce effect to it. Nonetheless, we'll just call it snow, but the fancy term is graupel. So nonetheless, we have that chance even into the early evening hours. That greater chance we're seeing a few white little snowballs or snowflakes is going to set up across northwest Connecticut. But even by 9 o'clock, if there's a lingering shower as temperatures cool across the state, you might even get a few flakes to fly down towards the shoreline. It is no big deal kind of stuff, but if you do encounter one of those showers, it could be a quick burst of wind and precipitation before it quickly ends. As we take a look at tonight, it is going to be over and done with. A lot of these are driven by the sun, diurnally driven. That's the fancy meteorological term. All right, the normal high and low, 31's the normal low, 51's the normal high, and so a normal kind of day out there. As we take a look at the forecast tomorrow, temperatures not quite as warm, kind of similar to today, maybe a couple degrees cooler in the afternoon. But look at the icons. Whew, we got full sunshine across the board. So that's going to be fantastic and lines up perfectly with my day off. And then the afternoon readings will be in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees, full sunshine down towards the shoreline tomorrow. Now, it gets interesting. So late week, so Friday, we're going to get up to about 60 degrees. Saturday, there is the potential, depending on where this front ends up, if we remain well south of it, we could see highs in the 70s. That's what one model put out there. Now, right now we're going with 60s, but we will be obviously having to adjust that number depending on the location of this front. So it's too early to nail down the placement, but nonetheless, the data has been trending for it to be poised to our north. Just how far north, that will determine just how warm we are going to get. But certainly, northern New England could get some icy weather and some snowy weather. Meanwhile, with that front nearby, this is just one model output, but we could see some showers. It's a possibility on over the weekend, but some of that steady rain looks to be north of the front. So we'll watch that very closely. I'd recommend keep checking back in with us as we fine-tune the forecast. So as we compare just long-range models, chance for a few showers in the morning. That front looks to lift northward. The global, the GFS, the American model is not quite as far north, so that's the model that has the 60s versus the European model that's farther to the north that has the 70s. So again, 100, 200 mile difference is going to make a huge difference in what kind of weather we experience. So with a front that's farther to the south, we have a better chance for rain Saturday night. Front farther to the north, that chance is not as great. All right, so the 6 to 10 rainfall outlook has gone upwards, and we're back into that moderate category for weather normal conditions 6 to 10 days out. 8 to 14, leaning a little bit wetter, nothing too extreme. Temperatures kind of holding steady, close to average in the short term, but now there's a hint at beyond the 7-day, that temperatures could trend above average. Remember, that doesn't mean, crazy warmth. It just means, okay, we could trend above the normal low of 31 and the normal high of 51. So maybe some 60s returning. And we do have 60 right now for Friday, and those 60s for Saturday, it could change. I don't want to say, it could head in that warmer direction, because psychologically that would mess us up if we put 70s and then it ends up changing, which it could last minute. As you know, things change, and with weather, it's fluid, and we have seen this time and time again. The models show one thing, but it's, the system hasn't even developed yet. And then once it does develop, it's like, oh, now we get a different sample of this system. Now remember, the balloons that go up in the atmosphere to sample the current state that get put into these computer models, we're going to be missing some of that data now from the Weather Service in Albany and Gray, Maine. So, that can impact the data. There's also, we're not getting reports out of the state of Nebraska anymore right now, again, for the shortages with the Weather Service. So that is very impactful with, data. You're missing pieces of the puzzle. So we'll have to just, wait and see as we get a little closer if there's going to be a drastic change in the position of that front. So right now we feel pretty good with us being to the south of it, but how far north that front gets, we don't know at this point in time. But we'll keep you updated as we get new information. And looking ahead towards next week, we got some rain likely on Monday, and then, my goodness, we're heading into April. Can you believe it? So we'll be maybe talking about some April showers. Bring those Mayflowers. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great rest of your day. That is your morning round of First Alert Weather Extra. Don't forget, we're back on again at 9:30, so definitely tune in. Enjoy the nice weather to start off the day. Watch for those showers later on today.